Hello, my fellow warmongers, and how is everyone doing on this fine day? Alright, it's Feral Warrior. Welcome to another replay for Total War Warhammer. So guys, in this game we're going with Norska versus the Dawi, and for my Norskan army I've got Wolfric the Wanderer on foot with all his abilities, a Fimir Balefiend with the Withering of Shadows, Fimir Balefiend of Shadow with Withering and Enfeebling Foe, a Werewolf Werkin with just the Missile Resistance ability, a Marauder with Great Weapon, 4 Berserkers, the Hounds of Corn, or whatever you want to call them, the Regiment of Renowned Berserkers, 2 Fimir Warriors with Armor Sundering, Armor Piercing, and the Regiment of Renowned Fimir Warrior. As for my opponent, he's got the White Dwarf himself, Grombrindle, with the Rune of Zufbar. Grombrindle has no fear and Flash Bomb, a Runesmith with Rune of Forge Fire, Rune of Wrath and Ruin, Rune of Armor, and Rune of Negation. 3 miners with lasting charges, 4 longbeards, 1 dwarf warrior of Dragonfire Pass, 2 slayers, 2 quarrelers, and the Goblobber, the Regiment of Renown. Alright you guys, we'll check the game so I can explain my build even more. Let's check the game together. Alright you guys, so as I mentioned before the build, let's get right into formations. For my formation, I've got the Chaos Marauders, the Marauders with Great Weapons on the left side over there, with the Marauder Berserkers forming up the center. Saturated between them are the Fimirs. The Fimir Balefiend with the Fimir Warriors and the Regiment of Renown. Where are they? There they are, the Miststalkers. So the reason I do this is because here I've got Armor Sunder of -30 on each Fimir. And as you can see, the Fimirs cover up all the area. So these Fimirs are between 2 units. These Fimirs are between 2 units. The unit that is missing has the Fimir Balefiend with these Fimirs here. So all my non-armor piercing units currently have a unit that will help with the Armor Sunder. And I've got the Werewolf Werkin right over there with Wolfric the Wanderer over here. As for my opponent, he's got his Longbeards, his generic Longbeards forming up the center front line. Right behind them he's got the miners with blasting charges with Grombrindle and the Runesmith in the center, so they're like the runes from the Runesmith will hit all the units at once. Warriors of Dragonfire Pass and Slayers on this side, other Slayers on this side, 2 Quarrelers, and the Regiment of Renowned Goblobber, the Rush Thrower, right behind them over there. We can fast forward because, you know, it's Dawi, they won't move, so I'll need to go to them, as the normal thing happens. So on the charges, I always tend to charge with both units together, but when I saw he's got miners with blasting charges, I was like, okay, the Fimirs don't take that much damage from the blasting charges, not like the Berserkers, of course. So what I did, as you can see, I charged in first with the Fimirs, gave them the order before I gave the Berserkers. So these guys, the Berserkers, are still walking into formation while the Fimirs actually charged. Now I'm going to, with the blasting charges going off on the Werkin, on the Fimirs, and on the Miststalkers, and the Fimir Balefiend with the Fimir Warriors. Yeah, I was like, okay, cool. Now I can give the orders. As you can see, immediately my opponent sent in the Slayers to counter the Fimir Warrior charge, but in the same time, the Berserkers will do quite well versus the Slayers. Not that well, but still good enough. And Slayers actually don't do a lot of damage against Fimirs. I noticed this. They're really not that much of damage. I don't know why though. Really, I have no idea why. Like, they're large, but in the same time, yeah, maybe they have very high armor, so that's why. So as you can see, my unit, my opponent, he blobbed up, and this is exactly what I want with my build, because with the blob, I can actually cast the Withering, and now that front line of Longbeards, their armor is 35. Longbeards, the most well-known unit of armor and battle melee or whatever is known for the Dawi, has an armor of 35. That is pathetic. And now my Berserkers will go to town on them with the help from the Armor Sunder, the splash damage and everything. Yeah, we're just going to, you know, envelop everything. Everything is just being enveloped at the moment, and I'm pushing through relentlessly. I'm not giving him a breather, not 1 second. I sent in now Wolfric with the Werewolf Werkin and everything on that Runesmith. I want him out with his freaking, you know, what they're called. I don't know, with his freaking runes. I want him to get out of there. I don't want him standing over there. Grombrindle, he actually popped smoke, like flash bomb in the beginning for my front line, and that was actually a good move. That was actually a very good move. Like, it gave me decreased the melee defense of all my Marauder Berserkers to 0. So these Longbeards actually paid up a little for themselves. Without that smoke bomb, without the flash bomb or whatever it's called, they would have done even better against the Longbeards in the front line. As you can see, I'm just like taking care of his lines now. I already like I'm taking care of the runesmith with the duelist from Wolfric with the Wanderer. I'm casting yet another ship. I don't know what's it called though, but whatever it's called, it does some very good damage against clumped up infantry like this. As you can see, they immediately broke with the cast from this, and the terror from the sorry, not the Brutes of the Hound, from the Mistalkers. And yeah, they cost terror, which is awesome. Like that is a very nice thing to add. So as you can see, everything is just breaking at the moment. They're all moving around, and now he got hit by a mass shatter, and I got the game. So as you can see, the build works really well. Like 48, 67, 30, 49, 58, 30, like everything got a lot of kills, and his units like 8, 8, 5, 10. Like he didn't get a lot of kills, a lot of damage, yes, because due to the decrease in melee defense from ground bundle, but in the same time, not a lot of kills. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Gallardo, for playing with me. I hope I'll get to see you guys in the next video. Cheers and have a nice day.